Hi. Now, what most people aren't aware of is the importance of the nerve system. I mean, I didn't really understand that, yes, it controls everything, but we really don't know and understand the ramifications of what that really means, okay? And how delicate that nerve system is, and how little pressure put on the nerve system, how little pressure can really affect, make devastating things happen in the body, okay? And that's what I guess I want to let people understand and educate people on. That everyday stresses are, that we deal with, there's no way getting around it. Emotional, physical, mental stresses of everyday life are actually causing the bones of our spine to misalign. And that's, like I said, it's what we call vertebral subluxation. They're just happening every day, just due to everyday stresses. I don't believe that we were designed to have these subluxations occur on a regular basis. I believe that we were designed to be better. But unfortunately, we live in a very stressful world. That stress puts a lot of stress on our nerve system, and that ultimately leads to these bone misalignments happening because it's causing the muscles to fatigue and allowing the bones to subluxate, just like I said. And that interferes with how well the messages from the brain, how well they can communicate to the body, not allowing people's bodies to function and thrive at their best. And that's what I try to do as a chiropractor, is I try to help people's bodies function at their best. Most people aren't aware of the frequency of care that chiropractors and their families are receiving. All the chiropractors out there that I know get their own spine checked 1 to 3 times a week, check their own family 2 to 5 times a week, and checking their children since the day their kids were born. That's why I strive to remove as many barriers in my office as possible, so other people in my community can receive that same kind of care week after week, year after year. The huge changes happened in my life when I started going to a chiropractor. I started working with another chiropractor, and we checked each other every day, twice a day. That's when the huge changes happened in my life. I used to go whenever I needed it. Before that, I'm going to tell you, when I was in my 20s, I was miserable. I hurt every single day of my life. I thought that was just the way my life was going to be. Like a lot of people, hey, I'm getting older, I'm supposed to hurt, right? Or I stress my body out, now I'm just paying the price. Well, I learned a different truth while I was going through chiropractic school. I learned that everyday life and everyday stresses are causing the bones of our spine to subluxate. And I reasoned out, hey, if the bones are misaligned every day, maybe it's something we should be doing every day, much like brushing our teeth. 300 years ago, people didn't understand that brushing their teeth every day was important. Now we all pretty much do it without thinking about it because it makes sense. Well, hopefully someday chiropractic will make so much sense that everyone on the planet will be doing it on a regular basis as well. But I'll tell you all, when I first heard that idea that the bones misalign every day, I didn't buy into it. I thought that was ridiculous. There was a time in my life that I thought you got your spine checked more than every other week. That was too much. Now, I'm not somebody that believes everything I hear, everything I read, so I started putting myself to the test to see if there's any truth in the idea that the bones misalign every day. What I noticed is when I started doing this on a continual basis, is not only did it improve how I felt, it also improved my thinking, my coordination, my attitude, my immune system. Basically, everything about me is improved since I've been doing this on a regular basis. I get my own spine checked at least 3 times a week. Been doing that for over 10 years now. I wish I would have started 30 years before, but no one ever shared this truth with me. But the biggest blessing is that my son will never have to live with the things that I had to deal with. He came into this world, they washed him up, they weighed him. I took him and I started checking his spine. The nurses looked at me kind of funny, but I wasn't really concerned with what they thought because I understood something that unfortunately they may never understand. But I'm going to work my butt off to get this community to understand the importance of doing this on a regular basis. Using chiropractic as a treatment or a therapy is kind of like waiting till your teeth hurt before you decide to start brushing your teeth. Or even waiting until your body was in a state of malnutrition before you decide to start feeding it food. Or even waiting until that oil light came on your vehicle before you decide to change the oil. Now, obviously, by the time any of those events take place, damage is already starting to occur. Our bodies are the same way. By the time we have any aches or pains or any kind of symptoms, damage is already starting to happen someplace. Think about this. If there's enough pressure in somebody's spine that is causing them some kind of discomfort, what's it doing to the many things in their body they can't feel? It's not only affecting the things that they can feel, it's also affecting many, many things in their body they cannot feel. Now, as a chiropractor, I'm not working with what's wrong with people. I'm actually working with what's right in people. We all have a natural healing ability within us. What I'm doing is removing the nerve interference to allow that body to heal and express life the way it was intended to. So what I've done in my office is I've given people the opportunity to receive that same care by removing barriers to allow people to be able to do it. One, I try to make it affordable. The first visit is going to be the longest visit people have. I just basically go through, I explain what it is I do and what I don't do. After that, there's no appointment. People come in, they're usually in and out less than 5 minutes. I work through most people's lunches. I'm there after most people get off work. I've done all these things so people can do this on a regular basis because I feel it's that important. Does it sometimes interfere with my life? Of course, but I feel it's important for other people to be able to receive care. I didn't understand the idea of working 9 to 5. I was like, well, when are people supposed to come see me? It didn't make any sense to me. So, like I said, I just have worked to try to make this available for everyone because I've seen the changes it's done in myself, my family, and the other people that see the value of chiropractic and doing this on a regular basis. Now, my vision is to be in a community, this community, to where everyone is under regular chiropractic care. I'd like to know that the people making the laws, the people that are enforcing the laws, the people that are teaching our children, the people that are meeting on the road every day, and just dealing with every day are thinking and expressing life at their best. That's the community I would like to look at. When I was in my 20s, I was miserable. Like I said, I used to only go when I needed it. Well, I'm telling you what, I'm 40 now. There is no way I'd trade, well, in my 40s, I wouldn't trade this 40-year-old body in for my 20-year-old body any single day. And I truly believe if I continue to do the things I do in my life, I'd rather have my 70-year-old body over my 20-year-old body. We are designed to live to be at least 140 years old. So that would make 70 only middle age. Now, a lot of people in today's society are not even making it to middle age. So I'd say we're doing something wrong, and one of the things that I feel like people are missing out on is regular, consistent chiropractic care. I truly believe that would change the face of the planet, and that's why I've done the things that I do, is remove all those barriers so people can receive the care that they deserve for themselves and their families, week after week, year after year. Now, all right, now I handed out rubber bands to you all, right? Now, to help educate the community on the importance of chiropractic care, I gave you all the rubber bands. So we all know what happens when we put a rubber band around our finger. Okay, right away it doesn't, nothing really devastating happens. But the longer and longer you leave it there, the worse it's going to get, right? It's going to start turning, blue, purple. It's going to start swelling up, and eventually it's going to wither off and die, right? Well, the nerve system is the same way, okay? These vertebral subluxations could be present and in your spine for a long time. Just like cancer, other devastating things could be there for a while before it shows up. It doesn't turn into a grapefruit-sized mass overnight. It took time for that to happen. And these devastating effects sometimes take time as well. So to show people what we do is we can do this and say that this is the brain and this is the spinal cord. Now, this is a subluxation. The subluxation interferes with the communication from the brain to the body and not allowing the body to function and thrive the way it's supposed to. What I do as a chiropractor is I remove that subluxation to allow the life from the brain to be received by the body, allowing the body to function the way it's supposed to. Life is experienced by the body, through the nerve system. It happens no other way. So I thank you for your time. Have a great day. Thanks.